So I'm Carla Bonina. I'm an academic. I'm based in London and in the University of Surrey. I'm also a principal researcher at ILDA, the Iniciativa Latinoamericana por los Datos Abiertos. Is that we need to think from a Latin American perspective more about critical areas like digital rights and precisely what we do with data that can harm people and more the critical insights of data. I'm not speaking at the global level, but definitely something that we need to do more. And it's not only what I heard, it was actually really good to meet people from other domains, like the internet governance people doing work on these important issues about other areas of the internet and digital, starting to get in touch with this community. And that was new and is very well received. Well, I have to say, I'd like to speak of a project we started with ILDA because it's always very difficult, and part of the problem to get evidence is that open data is mixed in many other variables. So having a causality, if we would love to, £1 or $1 invested in open data is going to contribute to a certain amount is very, very difficult. So something we started to do in Latin America is a map of initiatives. So of course, first to get to know who's who and doing what, and then start to be more analytic about how they collaborate, what trends we can see in the type of organization doing what and collaborating with whom, and then some case studies that we could start documenting in depth about some of the results. And I think that's a lot of progress for Latin America because it's a lot of expectation and then where are the results. So I think that's been really exciting, an exciting project to work on. And also it's been great to see the reaction or the reception of the community to that. Probably that open data should move away from this more geek community that if you're not a programmer, you cannot engage. We should talk more openly about perhaps this public data or something that is approachable for other communities too. And yeah, just losing the fear that this is not something super technical. And I think that's something that helped me to convince people that are like, well, what is this dato abierto? What do you mean? And just to be able to speak about it in more simple terms. I think that would help. To me, it would be amazing to have more evidence of the amazing work of so many people there doing stuff and fighting a lot of barriers and lack of resources and actual real problems that can also make people feel more empowered. As I said, it's very difficult to measure this impact, but if we are able to collect more evidence from being anecdotal to more systematized, that's going to help moving us forward. And where are the impacts? Also, they're there. It's not that everything has to be numbers. The creation of communities or even organizations are outcomes of this, and we're just looking for, well, as I said, the number of investment and the return, and we just forget about other processes. What I see in Latin America of this community moving forward, policy making, new decrees, new laws. Of course, then you need to have them implemented and enforced, but that's already a huge step. So I think being able to tell more systematized stories will really help us to feel better about the amazing work we're doing.